Hey there, Stampin' friends. It's Jody Breckbill, Stampin' Queen, and I am here live in my stamp studio. I'm back, everybody. So come on in, say hello, give me a high five. I don't know what I'm doing today. I had a heck of a time trying to get live because it's been so long since I have been online. So hopefully you guys can see me, you can hear me, and everything's working okay for lunchtime live today. Good. I see some friends coming on. Hey, everybody. It is What's Up Wednesday. I'm always here live on YouTube and Facebook at noon. And we're going to do a little Christmas in July. So I know it is pretty steamy in most of the US, and it's pretty steamy and sticky here. So it's time to start thinking about Christmas, right? Let's cool down with some Christmas in July. But first of all, I want to make sure you guys know we have a 24-hour stamp sale. So that is happening today. 24 hours only, Wednesday, July 19th. Super easy to take advantage of. All stamps in the annual catalog. So this baby right here, all the stamps in here except for the host stamps. Okay, they are all 15% off. So that does not include the online exclusives, and it does not include the bundles. Okay, so you might have to do a little math. If you've got your eye on a bundle, it might be a better value to unbundle it, save 15% on your stamp set, and get the dies themselves. So you would have to do math on that and figure that out, because I have not done any, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that we do have that stamp sale. So super easy to take advantage of. All you need to do is hop over to my online store, and then I'm going to put up the host code here in a minute. You can actually see it on that graphic right there. You want to use that host code. That host code is open for today only. Okay, because this is, again, a 24-hour sale. Now, speaking of a 24-hour sale, you guys know we've got bonus days. So it's time to double dip, you guys. This is the perfect time for you to save 15% on your stamps. And when you hit 50, you're going to get a bonus day coupon, which means that you can use that in August. And that is each $50, you're going to get a bonus day coupon. I have a stockpile. Anybody else get any bonus day coupons so far? And honestly, my bonus day coupons are from my own orders, right? I've been ordering fairly decently this month because there's been a lot of specials. We had a clearance rack, we had a paper pumpkin sale, we have a stamp set flash sale. So bonus days are rocking. So you'll use your bonus coupon then in August. So you have $5. There is no limit to how many you can use. So if you've got 42 bonus day coupons, you can use them all at one time. So yay for bonus days. All right, I promised you Christmas in July, right? So we're going to work with the Horse and Sleigh. Here is the stamp set. Here is the dies. Everything is a mess because I can't find my magnets. You guys know I love those magnet sheets from Stampin' Storage, and I can't find them. So mine are just stuck here. They're falling all over the place. And then we're going to use the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper. So these are online exclusives, and I'm not sure if you all are familiar with online exclusives, but you can find them clearly online. You can order them through your demonstrator, through me, through yourself, whatever works for you, but you don't have to order them online, I guess is what I'm saying. You can find them and see them online, but this means they're not in a publication, right? So I am a horse person. I grew up riding horses, and so I was like, yeah, I like that little horse, got the cute bunny, couple sentiments, some good dies here. Love the fact that we have snow and or clouds, so you can use those. We have this little guy right here that is a runner for the sleigh, so you can make it nice and shiny, silver, gold, whatever works for you. And then this little thing here, I was like, what might this be? I wasn't quite sure. So in my mind, I'm thinking that could be like a snow swirl, right? Or a wind swirl. But then I think it is actually made to go on the sleigh for trim. So if we look here, I think that makes a little nice, pretty trim on the sleigh. The other thing I thought was it could be a whip, right? These people are like cracking the whip, you know? So I think it has multiple uses, but I do think the idea is it is an embellishment for the actual sleigh. Hey, Betty Clark. I'm so glad to see you. I was so hoping we'd be close by you, but we were not. Not close to Oregon, but someday I will get there. We talked about it. We did talk about it. All right, let me get my goods here. So hang tight and we will get stamping. All right, we're going to start off with this card. That one horse open sleigh is gorge, you guys. I love this designer series paper. So I just checked, and some of you guys are demonstrators too. I've been out of the loop for almost 3 weeks now. But I did just look at the inventory status report because I saw earlier it had sold out, but it is not showing on the inventory status report. So I think it may be back in stock. It is a 6x6 pack and it's got cute little scenes on it. And then the other side is kind of just textured. So I'd show it to you, but I've totally used it. I've totally used it up, and my shipment was supposed to be here this morning and it is still not here. So I hope so, Betty. I hope so next summer that we could do Oregon. We had such a good time that we're ready to go again. Like, we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Elmo did great. So he was just a trooper of a little camper van. Some of you guys I was close to. We were in a bit of a hurry trying to get out west. I could talk all day about our trip, but in a nutshell, some of you guys followed me on social media. I'm going to put up my host code here so that you guys, in case you do want to order, you can go ahead and do that. There's the host code running at the bottom. So if you followed social media, you obviously know there's fires in Canada. There was a big airline issue just locally for me. At the end of June, I had trouble getting home from Utah. And as we were about a half hour from the airport, United decided to cancel our flight, which I kind of had a suspicion because I had a friend who was telling me that her husband was having trouble traveling. So we ended up turning back around and came home, and we could not get a flight out for 2 more days. And I know my farmer, and he is itchy and twitchy. He was ready to go. We were supposed to meet our friends in Canada, trade the van, and yeah, so they're out west with the van. They need to fly home, and we needed to get out, and we could not for two more days. So we ended up driving. We took our car and started driving, and our friends took the van. They canceled their flight, God bless them, and they started driving the van, and we met in Minnesota. So as I was traveling through, I was giving shout outs to some of my friends in different states because I was in Minnesota and I was in Ohio and I was in Wisconsin. And so I was like, hey, I'm driving by, I'm nearby. I can't stop because we're hellbent for Canada, but I was giving little shout outs. So, oh, Karen says, yes, it is back in stock. And I did not see it on the list. So yeah, this is back in stock. I would suggest grabbing it now. If anything we have learned from the online exclusives is if you want it, you got to get it. All right, so I took a piece of that DSP and I attached it to a layer of early espresso, and I'm going to add that to my card base here. I also was in a van with my husband for 17 or 18 days, so I'm feeling extra chatty. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I have not had many people to talk to, but we did. Canada was just amazing. So we think that the combination of the issue with the airline or the airports that had happened with all three of our all three of our stamp sets, all three of our airports in the Washington, Baltimore area, and and the smoke. Right, they were saying that the visibility was very bad, and it was. That day we left, it was bad. Oh my gosh, Brian saw an Elmo in the wild. That's so cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead, get back on track, Breck Bill. You have got some stamping to do. I'm going to use early espresso, and I'm going to stamp our sentiment here. Now, the cool thing is with this designer paper, you could use any sentiments that you chose. So we've got Season of Cheer there. I have a piece of white that's going to be on the inside, and this is just a little strip. I'm probably going to need a paper trimmer. I might need to go grab one. That's just a little leftover strip, and so I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to actually put that on the inside. Sorry, I'm going to clear my throat a lot because I do have, coming back into town, hello allergies, some things that I was not dealing with out west definitely come hit you hard when you're back in Pennsylvania and it's hot and humid and muggy. All right, I'm just cutting this little strip down. I think it needs to be 3 3/4, just so we have a little focal on the one side. There we go. So we'll just attach that, because why not have pretty insides, right? So the one thing that I'll tell you about this class I'm showing you today, this is my special Christmas in July class. So if you have a $35 order this month, you will be receiving this class kit. So you'll get everything that you need. The only thing that you'll have to add is your own gems. Okay. So there's your pretty inside. We've got our Season of Cheer, and we're going to take a little bit of that pretty glitter ribbon. This stayed, even though you may not be seeing it in the catalog, it is still available. It's in the online store, so it's part of the online exclusives. So has anybody started their Christmas cards yet? Does anyone have them done yet? This is my very first Christmas card. Well, I lie. I've been making samples, but this is the first one that I've actually created with you guys. So now to do a little, I'm just going to do a little bit of a, what is this called? A little bit of a banner ribbon behind there. So I'm just going to wrap it. No Christmas cards yet. Same. And I probably will not until like the nth hour. That's how I roll. So December 23rd, I'll start making some Christmas cards. So I just put some adhesive down there, and then I'm going to do some dimensionals, or as we like to call them, Pop-Tarts. So I stuck the ribbon down, and now we'll pop it up. Oh, Thelma got started. Good girl, Thelma. It does take away the pressure and the stress when you start them early. I can definitely say that. There we go. I am just going to banner these, or kind of angle those, because I think it looks prettier. There we go. Super easy. That paper, just let it do its job, right, friends? Let it showcase itself. Now, of course, we had in the online store, we had some cool, very cool, where's my picker? We had some very cool snowflakes. So you have one done. Awesome, Sharon. One done. How many more to go? Sometimes it's a matter of getting the idea, right? You got to get the idea first, and then you can kind of mass produce them. Connie's got the supplies ordered. That's a good start. Excellent. All right. So I get tired making the same ones. I don't know what you guys think. Hey, Terry. So happy to have you on with me. I'm going to see you in a couple weeks, I do believe. Vegas, baby. Many of the demonstrators are getting ready to head to Vegas for a meeting here in a couple weeks. I hear Vegas is a little toasty. That's what I hear through the grapevine. Should be a little bit warm. 250 to go. You can do it, Sharon. You can do it. All right. I feel like I want that one down there, but then up here he'll be seen better. So let's do that. So there's some cute little snowflakes for card number 1. All right, let's get card number 2 rolling. All right, here's card number 2. He's still using that gorgeous DSP. And I have notes to myself, so I want to make sure that I am doing everything correctly. because it's been a while. I made these before I left, and now I feel like I don't know how to stamp anymore. It's been on holiday. Took a little holiday. All right, so we're going to fold that in half. That's a 4 1/4 by 11. And we need to do a little bit of trimming. So let's cut some off the front here. We want this panel that we're left with to be 2 1/4. So I'm going to put the fold right there at 2 1/4. This is one thing that I wish those numbers went the whole way up. They don't, and that makes it very tricky to know what I'm doing, which makes me feel like I'm going to slide that open. Holy guacamole, Patricia. 115 plus. Ew. That's what I have to say about that. Just ew. That does not sound fun and enjoyable in any way. All right, so this is now 2 1/4, okay, that we have. So there's how our flap's going to work. We have this panel. Keep it. You'll use it for something else, not particularly with this card, but another card you could use that with. So I've got a big piece of designer series paper, gilt paper, right? I love that, but I also love that. So which side are you going to use? Yes, Karen, it is Misty Moonlight. So when you get your class kit, you will have a tutorial as well that will give you all the dimensions and the colors, you know, the recipe, all the good stuff. So again, this is my class that is free with a $35 purchase. If you bump to $50, then I will include the gems with for you. Okay. So that's how that's going to work. Now I was out of the DSP, this one. Okay. So I cut this one down here. We're going to mat that on a piece of petal pink that kind of matches that little bit of sunset maybe in the background, but you can see how the backside is nice and textured. So it will lend itself to many other projects, not just Christmas, but I also think this lends itself well to maybe a fall, or not fall, winter, you know, winter holidays and birthdays and such like that. Where'd my stamp go? It needs cleaned. That's what happened. So let's do a little scrubby dubby here, because I stamped that in brown and now I need to change it to espresso, or to Misty Moonlight. Scrub it up dub. All right, Misty Moonlight. Oh, this pad is new. She's tight. We're going to do the same exact one here in the top. Wishing you a season of cheer. There we go. And then do we have an inside? Yes, let's do an inside here. So wishing you a season of cheer and a happy new year. We're poets and we didn't know it. Also, let's do a tree in there for some focal point. Actually, you know what? You know what I want? I want the bunny. Changing my mind. I haven't even used them yet. Let's get them all inked up. Let's ink up that bad bunny. Excuse me, please. Oh, yes. Yes, girls, let's do that. All righty. So this now, I'm going to take this piece of designer series paper. So that, like I said, I'm out of this one. I used it all up. So I'm going to improvise and I'm going to do this one. Oh my gosh, that would be cool. It really should go that way, but I don't know that that makes that big of a difference, does it? Do we like that? You're not going to know. Let's do it this way because that's going to cover. Oh, I think I like that, you guys. What do you think? This one or this one? I feel like that just blends too much, but then does it allow this to pop a little bit more? Oh, quandary. You like it. Karen likes it. Yeah, y'all are saying this one. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it to it, Mountain Dew. Okay. Before we do that, now it's another quandary. I added ribbon on this one, but it's really hidden. Like you just don't see the ribbon. I'm going to leave it off. Oh my gosh, I'm going rogue, you guys. This is what happens when you don't stamp for 3 weeks. That's just really cool. That's a really cool version view, you know, because it's like hanging down, like you're looking down through the trees. And you guys like it, so that's all about you guys. So we're going to put that there. So let's open this panel up here and add this to the inside. Besides, nobody knows the original, right? I've showed you my original, but when you make these and send them to your friends, nobody's going to know. They're not going to know. Oh, Lordy. It can be done, Karen. I am living proof that you can live in an itty bitty living space with your husband. And same for him. He's proof that he could live in a teeny tiny living space with me. We did very well together, but I will say that I always say I'm not a camper. I do not like to camp. Okay. So camping in my mind is a tent. That's a hard pass, y'all. That's a hard pass. I do not tent camp. Now, before I get off my track, I did adhesive just on this side right here. Okay. So you don't want to put adhesive all over this whole panel or you're going to glue your card shut. So we need to just have it just on that edge. And you could do dimensionals too, if you wanted. Okay. So there we've got that. And I think that, sorry, I'm bumping you. I think I am going to add, maybe just do a little bow for some glitter. How about that? Let's do ourselves a little cute bow. But we call Elmo the traveling hotel. Like we're never in one place twice. Elmo's small enough that he can just zip in and out. He fits in regular parking spaces. We don't tow anything. Like it's just self-contained. It's like a turtle. Anywhere we go, we have our home on our back. So we don't stay in the same place twice. And so we just kind of use him to sleep and to eat. That's really it. We did realize very quickly that mosquitoes are a problem. So we thought there'd be evenings, you know, we would have our dinner, we would have a beer, hang outside, enjoy. And boy, those little buggers, they are hungry up there. So they chewed us up. So we were inside a lot. And you guys, I read a book. I have not read a book in years, but I was able to read a book. My friend Connie sent a couple with me. Where do I want that? Oh, do I like it there? I do. I do think I do. Kind of brings the focal point over there. So yeah, I read a book. Of course, one of the books she sent me has a book part 2. So I'm trying to read part 2, but you know how it is once you get home. There we go. Now you could totally put some snowflakes on there. That would be gorge. I'm just going to let the ribbon and the paper kind of do their deal. So there's card number 2. Card number 3 is time for some imagination. So this is going to be card number 3, and we're going to pretend that we have one of these trees, but I do not actually have a tree. And I will tell you why, because one of my princesses has it because she's doing some die cutting work for me. So Patty and Becky work for me, and they are called my princesses because I'm the stamping queen. And God bless them. They keep me sane. And I sent them over with her. This paper is not cut quite correctly, but that's okay. We can fix that on the editing side. So this is the original. So I used this side, but I'm kind of fallen in love with this side. And maybe, here we are again, guys. Tell me what you think. This way. All right. So do we want to try, whoops, where'd it go? A or B? What do you think? A or B? I think either will work. So tell me what your thoughts are, and I will get some ribbon ready here. Oh, you guys are going with B. All right, we're going to do something different. But now if you get this class, you'll have the option. So there's option 1, and then we'll do option 2 here. So we're going to grab that Misty Moonlight ink again. And we're going to do Sending Warmth Your Way down here in the corner. Love this color. So glad Misty Moonlight came back. All right, so we'll go ahead and attach that to our card base, which is just basic white. But I kind of like that little scene. I think it turned out pretty cool. There we go. We have I think these are called tailored tag. So I have that cut out, and then of course I have a piece. Well, you know what? It does work to use both, to use the same pattern on there. Oh, hopefully. Okay, guys, I just had a glitch. So tell me, give me a thumbs up or tell me, yes, it's still working. Everything just went blank. So tell me if you're still on with me. This would be a little bit more blue, but I think it does work. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it still works, so we're going to go for it. But know when you get this class, you have got options, girls. You've got options. Okay, so there we have that. We're going to add some, not snot dots, Pop-Tarts on here. And then we're going to pretend that I have a tree. But in real life, Princess Becky has the tree. And yeah. Oh, I like this, you guys. I do. Good choices. Let's go ahead and add some pretty snowflakes. So I'm still going to go with the gold because I think that just works. It really does pop them. So we'll add some little gold snowflakes. And these guys do. Man, do they pop off. They go flying for me. Oh my gosh. I'm excited because I think this is turning out even better than the original. I love when that happens. I have just this little bit of ribbon. So let's go ahead and just tie a knot there. I don't want to waste it. It's a little bit too small to do a bow. So okay, there we are. Get ourselves a snap dot. Did it come off? Yes, it did. Put that right there. Trim the excess. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Make sure it's really stuck there. So there was the original. There we go. And there is the new one, the new version. So I'm going to get that tree die cut out and I'm going to put that on there. Yeah, you could totally stamp a tree. So you could stamp either one. You could stamp this one or this one, and they have die cuts that go with them too. So you could die cut them out. So you would have a little bit, of, dimension on there. So, all right. We got 5 cards, you guys. Are you still ready to hang with me? Are you bored? Because this one's cool. Bambi's coming to play. All righty. So we've got this one in Early Espresso. I have a notification. Go away. So we've got this one here. And then this has just a little bit of a different fold for the inside. Super cute. So we've got a piece of early espresso, and we need to do a little bit of scoring. So this is 5.5 by 11. And we're going to score. You know what? I like this guy best. When it comes to scoring, the Simply Scored is my favorite. So we're going to have the 11-inch at the top, and we are going to score at 4.25, 5.5, and 6.75. All right, so we're going to make that nice and crisp. And I'll show you. I did that really quick, and I know you probably didn't follow along. Okay, but I'll show you because it's easier to see the scores. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, you're going to make a little V in the center. It looks like a little bird. Okay, so we'll have a piece of our designer series paper. This is the Foxy one. Oh, geez, that's guilty. I hate putting adhesive on him. Yeah. Yes, Teresa, I run this the whole entire month, and plus the paper just came back in, so I need to be able to order it and get it in. So normally when I do this is called my monthly make and take class, and I send them out at the end of the month. So we're going to have that right there. That's the inside of our card. Then we've got Bambino. He's going to go on the front of the card. And also, shipping is a little bit slow, you guys. Also, we're really hoping there's no UPS strike, right? You guys have been hearing about that. So that's been heavily on my mind too. Stampin' Up says they're in talks, and so far, they're with their UPS carriers. Things look good so far. Okay, so now we've got a little piece of that designer series paper that came off right there. So I trimmed that down, and I'm going to put that on the inside because we don't want to waste these cute little strips. So that's just going to go right here on the inside. You could add all kinds of DSP. You could put DSP here. You could put one here. Totally your call. Like, you could do it up. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to glue this shut. So we don't need it flapping open. Okay, so now we have this in the middle, and that's going to hold our sentiment, which is here. So I think let's do a tree, which is where? He's hiding back here. I'm using, banging you around, early espresso is what I'm using. I don't want to stamp my table, so there we are. And while I have the sentiment out, I'm going to stamp that little label right there as well. We had just stamped it in Misty Moonlight, so I want to do a little bit of a clean there. And we're going to do Sending Warmth Your Way. I'm going to leave the inside blank because then I can do whatever I want with it. I can add a different sentiment. So I'm going to do just two little strips there. And put that on my inside. And let's attach this one down. Sending warmth your way. Go right there. And then I'm going to get out the old snot dots and add those pieces of snow. Now, one thing when you get the class is anything that is not part of the bundle will be die cut for you. If it is part of the bundle, you'll have the paper, but you'll do your die cutting. Okie dokie, artichoke, it's coming together. Cute, right? So now you definitely need some snowflakes on this one because it is just going to pop these copper, woo, speaking of pop, these copper ones look so cool. Ta-da! Just a little bit of a fun fold there. Speaking of fun fold, I have another one for you. So this one, we're going to get the horse out. So here's our fun fold using Lost Lagoon. Cute, yeah? All right, so let's make that one. We're going to take our Lost Lagoon and fold that in half, and we're going to cut at an angle the front of it apart, or front of it off, I guess I should say. Then we have another piece here. This is kind of the actual card, and I'm going to fold that in half while I've got my bone folder here. So we're good there. Now, where's that dang paper trimmer? Okay, so to do this cut, I'm going to cut from the fold down to this corner. Okay, so I just need to line that up in the paper trimmer from score line to the point. And you might have to kind of finagle it and shift it and just talk sweetly to it. You can save that. You'll use it for something else. So there's one part of our card. That's the other part. But now we need that designer series paper, and we need to do the same thing, is cut corner to corner. So you'll end up having two pieces, and you're going to use 2 pieces on this one. I wonder if I cut that the right size. It felt bigger than what I thought it should, but we'll see. I must have. All right, I do like the green glue for this one, so I'm going to grab it. Hold, please. I do like the green glue because I can kind of shift it a little bit. I have a little bit of, there's a big glop there. Oh, Betty, are you watching? I got a lake. A lake is a mistake. So this one will go here, and then we'll use the other panel for the inside. Okay, so we'll just take that one. Oh my gosh, Lori, thanks for joining us. This one will go up here. So we're not wasting that paper, right? We're going to use it. So there's our card. Cool. Dot, dot. Not a lot. I got a little excited. It's been a while since I've used my green glue. Okay, so here's another piece of designer series paper. Before we attach that to our card, I am going to take a bit of that ribbon, and wrap that around the front. Oh, we need to stamp it too. Before I do that at all, let's stamp that horse. So where did he go? Where did he go? All right, that horse is big, so he needs to go on that big block because he's a big guy. Oh, sugar booger. I don't have my white piece either. I didn't cut one out, I guess. Well, you'll get the gist. So take that piece of designer series paper, and we're just going to have that horsey on here traveling across the over the river and through the woods, right? He's heading to Grandma's house. And he's done in basic gray. Now, I don't have it with me. So I took a piece of white, stamped the sentiment in Lost Lagoon, and then stamped the rest of the sleigh. But I don't have the white with me, and I'm not going to make you guys wait for that one. You get the gist of it. Again, I used basic gray for that one. Okay, so we're going to add our ribbon on before we get too far ahead of ourselves. And if you're just coming on, hello, friends, a couple of you. This is my Christmas in July class. It is a special offer. So if you have a $35 order from me, you are going to get this class sent to you in the mail. Or if you're local, you can pick it up. I know some of my local friends can just do a pickup. There we go. Okay, so we just wrapped a little bit of that ribbon around that designer series paper, and this is where we'd stamp that white piece would go right there. So we need to add this to our card base. So I'm going to do a decent amount of adhesive here. I don't want to be too light because this needs to stay needs to have a good strong adhesive because it's going to go like this, kind of eyeballing it that I have enough here on the sides, and then that'll just open and flip down like this. Now the final thing I'm going to add is this cute little stitched heart. So we've got our cute little heart there because we love horses. We're also going to take some ribbon and tie a bow. Nice glittery bow here, and then we'll add our snowflakes, and that's it. That's all there is for this card. So again, this is my 5-card class, Christmas in July, featuring the horse and sleigh. The bundle and the paper is back in stock. So if I were you, I would get it because that paper makes such quick and simple and easy peasy mac and cheesy Christmas cards. All right, I'm not going to fuss too much with you on camera. We can talk later, you and me, Mr. Bow. So let's add that little snowflake here. So we're just going to put a little snowflake gem right there, and there is our final card. So all you need to do, head over to my online store. That host code is what you will use. You have to make sure you use the host code to get the free class unless your order is over $150. So I'm going to show you all the cards here. So there is your, woo, that one's flying open. There's your 5-card class. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. It was so fun. I have missed you. I literally did not touch a stamp for almost 3 weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy. I even took Paper Pumpkin along. I had thoughts of like, maybe there'll be a rainy day. Maybe we'll be tired one day. But yeah, I took Paper Pumpkin along, didn't even crack it open, read a book, stayed offline. It was good times, but I did miss you guys. So like I said, all you need to do, head over to my online store. Make sure you use that code if your order is under is under 150, and you'll get this class for free. I do send them out, as somebody asked. I do send them out at the end of the month because I need to get the paper ordered in. If your order is 50 or more, I will include the gems as long as I can. I don't know if they will last. We'll see what happens. But yeah, $50 or more, I'll get you guys the gems. All right, my friends, thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook. And I'm going to try my best to be back on Monday. Normally I do Mondays at 7, Wednesdays at noon, but I kind of I've been playing hooky a little bit, but hopefully by this weekend, I'll be back on track. Also, one thing I forgot to tell you guys, tomorrow, the last day to register for my Pampered Stamper Creative Escape is tomorrow. My friend Connie and I do these in person in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, but we also offer to-go boxes, retreat in a box. And this one it's significantly cheaper. It's like $45, I think, if you need the retreat to go. And we are doing the Earth and Elegance. So it's going to be gorgeous, you guys. So registration is open till tomorrow. I will post that in the link. So after this video airs, all you need to do is go into the description and you'll find the link for that. And we have the stamp sale. So stamp sale still going on. So if you're just joining, 24-hour stamp sale today only. All right, you guys, I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Happy stamping.